motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
He's got the knowledge.
Because once again, I have to come on there and talk about how right I am once again in anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guests.
20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes still the 20th head coach here in program history?
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 super excited to be here.
Phil Bonatti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right. Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader, live here on this Thursday afternoon. Good to be back after a couple days off. Thank you, San Francisco Giants, for that. We're back on the airwaves here. It's been since Monday, and Fashion Furniture, a reminder, those temperatures feeling nice, feeling lovely. You want to take advantage of your folks out here at Fashion Furniture, including the outdoor living set by Fashion. Beautiful outdoor furniture now available at the Horizon Hall Collection. You want to ask about their outdoor collections designed for your lifestyle. Don't get caught behind having that shoddy porch furniture out there. You want to make sure that stuff is looking nice and good, and so be sure to stop by Fashion and get the best of the best. Finance it today. 24 months deferred interest available, OAC. And a reminder, a portion of the sales proceeds during this month will be donated to that April honor flight. Good to be here. Good to be alongside you all. Big thanks to Tony D for tossing it to us from the previous hour. Tony D Show, Sportsline Bulldog Hour, Tony D from 2 to 3 p.m. My show from 3 to 6 p.m. Also, Paul Metters Show, normally 10 a.m. to noon on Saturdays. Paul Metters, of course, off this coming weekend. He'll be back next Saturday with an edition of the Central Valley Sports Report. We're here. We are going till 5 p.m. today. Big action going on in the last couple of days, of course, the play-in days, play-in games, and the Lakers coming up on Saturday. We'll discuss that all as well. All coming up on this show. We have our student week today as well, representing from Edison, vying for a potential draft spot in this. Cloudy 83 Sunday, and then potential rain. Cloudy 83 Sunday, and then potential rain possibility on the horizon Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So little dip in the temperature opportunities in front of us there. Some evening showers potentially developing early next week. So we'll see what that all comes from there. But excited to be here and bringing you an awesome show today. A reminder, you can follow us on our ESPN Fresno platforms for the live stream. We're going live right now, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and of course, ESPN Fresno app. The action, excited to talk about sports again. It's been, and five turnovers last night were from Draymond Green, including 2 in the last couple of minutes there. So, remarkable performance. Draymond Green turning back the clock. Stephon Curry turning
The Clippers have always sucked.
There you go, Daniel. There you go. Sir Charles putting it all down. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just that, man. Maybe it's just that last night.
I mean, unfortunately, it's the same problems every year, same issues. It's always the turnovers. I don't think it stems from Kawhi, but ever since ever since Kawhi's been on that team, one of the issues that has never been fixed is turnovers.
Well,
and the fact that they turn the ball over way too much.
well, now that they're going to void his contract because of cap salary,
I'm so upset that might have been his
Navigation.
last game in a Clippers jersey.
Clippers season goes this way: 6 wins, 21 losses to start the year. Third worst in NBA through December 18th. They go 20-7 over the next 27 games. Shortly after the break, they make trades with the Cavs to send Harden for Darius Garland and a second-round pick. They trade Zubac and Kobe Brown away to the Pacers for Mathurin, Jackson, a couple first-rounders. Oh, by the way, Chris Paul was posting last night.
He can go kick rocks. He can go kick rocks.
Clippers great Chris Paul.
He is not getting that jersey retired. I can tell you that right now.
Just showing up in that funeral outfit, man. It was with
I can
that
say-
post last night.
I think those trade pieces that were acquired during the middle of the season are still. I think they're still great. You know, I think that turnaround that the season they had,
Yeah.
the fact that they still made the play-in after all that was definitely great. But there's obviously room for improvement. I think I do see this team moving past Kawhi, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think that's what those moves were made for with all those first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because they know he's going to have a void contract anyway. So
unfortunately.
with that whole situation with the playoff stuff. By the way, it was a 98-85 lead with 9:45 to go
Yeah.
in that basketball game for the Clippers. The Warriors from that point on scored 41 points to 23 points the Clippers scored.
And wasn't it like a 12-2 run in the last, 2 minutes? or
Crazy,
something like
crazy
that?
stuff. Al Horford was scoring points in
I
the
can't
fourth
believe
quarter.
they
12 points from Al Horford last night in the final frame. How about Kristaps Porzingis showing up in the final frame as well? 20 points total, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Maybe that trade's starting to look good. Now I taste blood, man. Now I want more. Now I want to beat the Suns tomorrow.
I wouldn't be mad if you guys beat the Suns because
And of course, then we go battle the Thunder and, lose in 5 games. But
yeah.
that's
You know
what
what?
matters.
If you play the Thunder, you just don't want to get swept.
Right. A little gentleman's sweep for the Warriors in that playoffs. Biggest loser of the play-in so far from these last 4. Is it the Clippers? The Clippers' biggest loser from losing out. I know we have teams still not eliminated yet. We have the Heat eliminated so far from the Hornets in that psychotic game. The Magic lost last night and have to play that Hornets team on Friday. You had the Suns lose to the Trailblazers. Blazers coming out with a big win. They play the San Antonio Spurs in their first round. But I think it has to be the LA Clippers that are the biggest loser from the play-in round so far.
I think so far, yes, the Clippers. But if I were to say should the Suns lose tomorrow, I think they would be the biggest losers of the play-in tournament. Just because of the fact, I feel like their season was more. I guess they were like mid the entire season, but I'd argue that they still had a shot at that 6th spot for a while before they let it kind of get away from them. So I feel like if they were to not make it after tomorrow, then I would call them the biggest losers following the Clippers.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. This play-in tournament, whatever it is, unfortunately it's not going to exist in the record books because it's not a regular season game. It's not a play-in game, or it's not a playoff game. Steph Curry, by the way, in the play-in tournament, 35 points last night. He had 37 a year ago, 22 from the 2024 season. 39 against Memphis and 37 against the Lakers and 21 in that losing effort. Warriors have, I believe, to my understanding, have never got out of the play-in. So it's going to be fascinating to see it all develop as well. So here, take that call from Jorge real quick. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, our hope is that we are going to have our interview next as we get connected here. Anthony Kobe and Jared Thompson next year. Edison and Edison Baseball here coming up next on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
The one won't connect.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
How long did you lose us?
About 2 minutes.
Jeez. Didn't you just call me?
Dude, I called you as soon as. What the hell? You just called me. We've been on for like 2 minutes.
You just called? Hold on.
Get Chevrolet Silverado or step into a premium GMC Sierra. Check out our SUVs like the Chevy Tahoe and GMC Yukon. At Ed Dina's, we do more than sell vehicles. We customize them your way with strong trade-in values, easy fun.
So when did we lose you?
You got 2 minutes.
Hold on. When did we lose you? Can you give me 2 more minutes here? Because I don't even know. I got to set up here. All right. I'm not getting answers. All right.
For another Mountain West championship. And remember, go Dogs.
Citizens Business Bank is a proud sponsor of the Fresno State Bulldogs. Hi, I'm Susan Woosner, Senior Vice President and Manager of Citizens Business Bank in Fresno. We proudly support California's thriving small to medium-sized businesses. Our relationship-based approach and straightforward business model set us apart in the financial services industry. We are a
Yes, yes, you got like another minute and a half.
Thank you.
So you got 2 minutes 30 left.
Okay.
smooth,
Anthony, can I get a
convenient,
mic
and
check
aligned
from
with
you?
your success.
Yo,
My team
mic check,
strives
mic
to
check.
Hear
build
yourself
long-term
pretty good?
banking
Yeah.
relationships by
Okay.
getting to personally know you and your business,
Then,
and then providing you with a wide
Coach,
array
give me
of
a
powerful solutions
mic check.
customized
Yeah,
to
that
your
sounds
unique
good to you?
financial
Yeah,
needs.
good.
Visit
Perfect. Good levels for everyone?
cbbank.com to
Yeah.
learn how Citizens Business Bank can help contribute to your success. That's cbbank.com.
Yeah, I don't know
Citizens
why
Business
if
Bank,
it's
NA,
not
Equal
connecting to
Housing
Fat
Lender,
Dogs One
member
Jorge at all.
FDIC.
It's gonna.
When
I
you think
tried
of
connecting,
California business
reconnecting, it did nothing.
machines, it wouldn't surprise me if you automatically thought
Okay, yeah, I'll check it. I'll check it once we're done.
Okay.
locally famous for. But now there's something else business owners are calling about: business phone systems. It's a beautiful thing. Copiers,
It's the nature of the
printers,
show, man.
office
This is
phone
how-
systems, all
Gotta
with
roll with the
one
punches.
simple call to California
How long have you
Business
been doing it for
Machines.
now?
559-225-5570 or online at
I used to do TV.
cbmsolutions.com.
Okay.
Spring is here,
All those
and so are the
TV
savings
people
at the
you see,
Honda Spring
you know, I
event at
used to do all
Clausen
the
Honda.
local news
And
stuff.
let our
Not
team
here,
help
though. I
you
did
find
it
the Honda
Where
that's
at?
right for you.
North Dakota.
Right now,
Oh,
discover
wow,
special
okay.
offers on a wide
But I went to
selection of
Fresno
new
State.
Honda
Oh, you did? Okay.
vehicles.
Where did you go,
From
Fresno State?
fuel-efficient commuters to
I went
family-ready
from 11 to
SUVs.
15.
There's something
Okay.
for
So I was
every
like when Judge
lifestyle.
was there then, right?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
wait. These seasonal
car
deals
and
won't
add
last
a
long. Visit
Yeah.
Clausen
Drink,
Honda
yeah.
today and let our
So.
team help you find the Honda that's
No,
right
it
for
was
you.
a good time to go.
Drive
Those are
into
fun
spring
times,
with
man, especially
confidence
football team.
at Clausen
Yeah.
Honda of
Yeah.
Fresno
Got
on
to travel a
Blackstone,
lot.
north of Bullard.
Every day, the
Hawaii one
choices
year?
you make matter,
That Hawaii Bowl?
especially for
I
your
went to the,
business and the
Las
community
Vegas Bowl.
around you.
Yeah,
When
I
you
went to the
choose to
Vegas
bank
Bowl,
local
too.
with
Yeah,
FFB
13.
Bank, your
Yeah.
deposits don't
The
sit on
names
the
on that
sidelines.
USC
They
team
help
we
fund
lost
local
to.
businesses,
I
remember-
create
I
jobs,
remember going
and
to,
strengthen the
Cars,
neighborhoods you
his
serve.
first game
With
at the
business
Candlestick
accounts
when they
designed
played
for
Cal.
I
your
was there, too.
Yeah, I
global
was there, too,
decision
yeah.
making
Yeah.
and a team
Yep.
that understands your goals. FFB is here to help you
So
grow
we were-
because your
we were
success
circling
is
around a little
everyone's
bit.
success.
Yeah.
Be the one who builds community while building your business. Visit
was a fun period for
ffb.bank.
Fresno
Member
State athletics
FDIC,
right
equal
there.
opportunity
It was
lender.
awesome.
I
And I
absolutely
capped it
love
off by
my
going
dog,
to the
but the
basketball.
constant shedding.
Well, Paul
One
George
more.
was there, right, too? That same
He was a
But
little
then I got a
before.
Swiffer
Before,
Super
little
Pet
before,
Kit,
but I went to
and
the
it is
when we won the
amazing.
Mountain West in 16.
These super
Oh,
thick
okay.
I
cloths
ended up
pick
going
up
to
a
that Vegas.
crazy
It
hair.
was like a last gasp
Just look
thing
at all
before I
that.
ended up
And that was
doing
from
my new
just
thing.
one
Yeah.
swipe.
Graduating.
And the best part, Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around
Should be
chairs
good.
and under the couch.
Pull up
You're
your
right.
glasses.
Now I can focus on you, not your
Been
shedding.
looking it over, but
Swiffer Sweeper
let
Pet
me just
Kit,
get it in front of
because
me here.
shed happens.
Behind the bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader. And apologies for our technical difficulties for the folks who are listening, but we should be good and back now. And it's good to be joined by our student athlete of the week, who is Anthony Cobian from Edison High Baseball. Also his coach, Jared Thompson, joining us as well. Guys, thanks for swinging by on a Thursday. Appreciate you taking your time out of your day, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here, man. It's a blessed opportunity.
Absolutely. Anthony, how's it feel to be a student athlete of the week?
Feels good, man. I didn't expect this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Surprise, Coach.
Yeah.
How'd you tell him? How'd you let him know?
Shoot, we were at a game yesterday. We're a league game against Sunnyside. We just got there super early, and just kind of just told him, "Hey, you free on Thursday through 15?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "You're student athlete of the week for 14:30." Just pretty excited.
Oh, I bet, and that's an exciting time for Anthony, of course. And Anthony's been an awesome guy for you guys on your team, not just on the field but off the field. You know, and you know the stats for themselves speak for it, but. You know, Anthony, it's been quite a season for you, leading this Edison Tiger team to a 16-3 record. That's got to feel sweet, right? So, how have you felt in your own game this season so far for you, and how the season's gone for you personally?
I feel good, especially at the plate. I feel like every game I just get better, and I feel more confident every single game we win. So.
Right, that coach, you know, when Anthony goes, it feels like this team goes right a little bit. Is that kind of the characterization of how big of a contribution he's had this season?
Oh yeah, he's had a big one, man. Hits at the top of our lineup. His stats speaks for himself. I think he's hitting almost like 550 on base percentage, almost like 650 or so. The guy's always on base, setting the table. I think he's got about 28 bags right now. Yeah, he's a stud, man. Every coach's dream to have somebody like that at the top of their lineup. Great leader, takes that responsibility seriously, and we're having a good year because of him. Big part of it.
He is a guy that you love having on the bases, and I'm sure other coaches get so many headaches when he's on the bases, right? You mentioned the steal numbers. I saw 10 triples. I don't know if he had another one last night.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So we're up to 11 now?
Yeah.
Talk about setting the table for this team and your responsibility, because that's got to be a little bit of pressure, right, for a guy who has to produce in that sense to make sure his team's ready to roll and leading early in these games.
Yeah, so I try when I got the plate, just try to have fun and be calm, relax at the plate, just to deal with all the pressure and just remember to have fun. Takes away all the pressure.
Coach, it sounds like he doesn't let a lot of things bug him at the plate. He is as easygoing as it can be. Talk about staying calm, you know, keeping things quiet at the plate a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
Big time. He's definitely. I got here in the fall. It's my first year at Edison. Definitely talk a lot about the approach to the plate and going into the season. And it's definitely like he was talking about. Like every game, you can definitely see how he just keeps getting better and better. Like he has professional at bats. He doesn't throw at bats away. Basically, professional at bat means you lock in every pitch. You don't throw anything away, and that's what he's continuing to learn to do that, and he just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it's exciting to see, right? Especially for this Edison group that, you know, Anthony, you've been with through this Edison Tigers group for a while, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about just what coming into this season for you, your expectations, and then your expectations, obviously, with Coach coming in. You know, what were some of the things you were thinking about going into this season about what Edison could be?
This season, I expected us to be great. With the new coach, though, I didn't know about it. But coming to this season for me, I really wanted to do a lot better than I did last season. My goal was to bat 500, but now I'm batting over that, and I just want to keep going even more. I want to bat 600, 700.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I want to keep on going.
You're on their way. That hit streak's been pretty gnarly. You know, we're up to 10 games now, but it's like 5 of them in multi-hit side of things as well. Coach, I asked that question for Anthony, but for you, when you're coming in as a first-year coach with this program, you gotta earn the trust, right, of these guys, and so set the right expectations for this group. What was it like coming in with this crew?
It's definitely always a challenge when you come in as somebody new, fresh face. I was actually a graduate of Edison in 2006, played there for 4 years, but it was definitely a challenge. But I think that I was definitely blessed with a great group of kids when I stepped in. Like, honestly, I got a great senior group that Anthony's part of it. Got some other great seniors, Esteban, Miggy, Jacob, that are on the team that lead too as well. So I stepped into a really, really good situation. I just the players definitely make me look better than I really am.
I'm sure you've been hoping to play or coach this group, right, and coach this Edison Tiger group since you said you're an Edison grad.
Yeah.
So talk about like the Tiger way a little bit, right? Now 20 years later, when you're trying to implement what you went through back in 06 versus, you know, how these guys like Anthony is trying to keep the Tiger way rolling here in 2026.
Yeah, for sure. I remember just kind of like we're having a really good year this year. It kind of reminds me of my when I was at Edison in 2005. We had a really good team, a good season, everything like that. And it's just kind of just keep grinding away, man. You can't take anything for granted. We're off to a really good start this year, and hopefully we finish that way. And just got to just kind of stay on the guys, and that's really what we got to do to keep it rolling. Can't get complacent or anything. And I'm always talking to my former coach, Coach Rold. Talk to him weekly and just kind of bounce ideas off of him, just how to relate to the players a little bit better, what I can do here, what I can do there, and to help out. To get maximize what we can with this team.
Of course. Anthony, you know, like I said, you've been kind of on this roster for quite some time, right? You know what Edison's about, and so for you, define what Edison is when it comes to the way this team plays and the way the standard is set, especially probably from a leader like you, right? Take us inside what the expectations are when you put on the Edison uniform.
So when we put on the Edison uniform, we expect to just battle all the time, every game, and fight. Every game, never give up, have energy, be ready to hit, because we're a hitting team. So just battle, play good defense, and just be excellent.
Absolutely, and you guys, you know, you've rolled through this season in really good fashion so far, and of course, it matters to be putting together some good games. Let's hit some highlights, right? I'm you know, going through here from your game logs, Anthony. You know, you get off to an awesome start in that first game against McLean. You know, you're producing in that sense. You score a couple runs as well. You're off and running. This team scoring what? 5 of their first 7 games scoring double-digit run figures, right? So that's got to put a lot of confidence when you guys were doing that at the top end of the season. What were those games feeling like for you when you get off to that kind of start as an offense?
Feels great. Like, I didn't expect us to be this great offensively, but just feels good, and it makes us feel confident, and it really finds what our game is and what our strengths are.
Coach, sometimes the seasons can lag on a little bit, right? You're trying to find the rhythm. Guys are just kind of getting used to live pitching at that time, and yet you hang 13, you go 12 on Dos Palos, you go 11 on Tulare Union, you get 22 on Reedley. Like, first couple weeks, like, these guys are seeing the ball well, hitting the ball well. Like, you know, what does that do for you when you know they don't need to ease into the season? They're already rolling a little bit.
Yeah, it makes me look good. The guys are just performing at a high level. And they were just seeing the ball well and just hitting it all over the park, everywhere, its direction, just not at people, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
So it definitely gave them a lot of confidence headed into the later part of the year and stuff like that. So where our schedule picked up definitely a little bit.
Anthony, where are you playing? You play on the field. Where are you at?
Right now I'm at shortstop.
Shortstop. That's a tricky position to play, right? And maybe talk about you as a defender as well, because I watch a lot of baseball when I'm calling games. I see these shortstops making these plays. It usually is kind of the ball's always finding you in those spots. Tell us a little bit about playing that position at the high school level and the expectations there.
Yeah, so it was a little bit of a rough start because originally I was in the outfield.
Yeah.
So I just had to move to shortstop and get used to it.
That was this year?
Last year I started is when I started playing infield.
You started
more.
playing infield more. Gotcha.
And then so just getting used to that, fielding ground balls, not being scared of the ball, just making that throw and getting used to it, arm angle, everything. So it's just
overcoming that because the shortstop is a hard position to play.
Yeah, it is.
Coach, you know, Anthony, of course, picking it up, though, in that sense, right? You probably knew about his history a little bit coming into that position, knew last year, seeing what you can build off of that. But how has he improved as a defender from what you've seen?
Oh, he's been phenomenal, man. I think one of the biggest things he's made this year, adjustment-wise, I saw him play a little bit last year. We played him at Edison a couple times, but just throwing with the multitude of just different arm angles from just different positions and stuff like that, he's definitely got that's taken his game to another level this year. He's definitely made a lot of plays that not your ordinary shortstop in high school is going to make. So it's definitely it's helped us win games, that's for sure.
Yeah, those defenses run, saved, you know, and those games, you see a lot of it come to play, making the standard play look standard as opposed to blowing it up in some other situation. Right. Anthony, describe to me this group because we know about you. We know about how well you've been hitting, right? You know, but it can't be a one-man show in baseball, right? So describe to me a little bit about this group and what has stood out from some of the things these guys have done so far this year.
What stood out is our fight. So like when we're getting down, our guys are still hitting. Like a lot of our guys just keep on putting on at bats, keep on battling, Even like some games we've been down, just keep on fighting, good energy in the dugout, and that's what's been keeping us in games and winning us games.
Who's the guy that it could be 10-1? You wouldn't tell. Like you couldn't tell it would be him down. Like who's the guy who's just like revving everybody up still in that sense?
I say one of our sophomores, Carlos.
Definitely.
Yeah. He's definitely the one that gets us all hype and starts it all. So.
Carlos, what's his name? Give him a shout out, Coach.
Carlos Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely that dude in the dugout. It don't matter if we're winning 50-0 or down 50-0. Like, he's always that dude in the dugout that just tries to get everybody hyped up and just try to pick everybody up.
Yeah. What about some other guys that hype up the crew, or who's energizing wise in the dugout, all those things? Obviously, we talk about Carlos, but just some other guys that have stepped up in leadership roles. I'm sure, Anthony, you're a leadership guy, but who are some guys who's been kind of helping with the leading side of things on this crew?
I'd say a new guy we got this year, Esteban. He came in right before season, and just he always picks up the dugout, always trying to get us staying in the game, and produces too. So. Esteban,
what we got? Last name?
Garduno.
Garduno,
yeah.
Right? So, yeah, he's a good leader, Coach.
Yeah, he definitely is, man. He came in definitely and just kind of he just does things the right way. You know, it's some guys aren't vocal, some guys are, but when you just do things the right way at practice, the way you conduct yourselves, the classroom, off the field, on the field, it doesn't matter. He does that, and then just our younger guys, we got a good amount of underclassmen that play, and he definitely sets a good example for them. Another senior that comes to mind, Miggy Lopez,
right,
and then Jacob Saiz. Those four seniors, along with Anthony, they set a great example for the younger guys out there to kind of follow, and just it helps.
Yeah, who's the most competitive at practice? Like, who's the guy who's like, you're like, dude, it's just practice. Come on, guys. Like, who's the guy who always has to be reminded that? Like, he's just going at it at a crazy but awesome way.
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
highly competitive practice play.
Yeah.
Yeah. What brings it out of you?
Just the want to get better. I want to get better every day, and I just don't like taking days off. So.
I love he's taking ownership of this, Coach.
Yeah, that's true, man. He definitely is that guy out there. I'm always ribbing him a lot, just kind of like critiques here, like backhanded compliments. He knows what I'm doing. It gets him.
16-3 so far, 5-0 in that CMAC there, and you found 5 in a row here in some highly competitive games, right? You beat Clovis East in a barn burner,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it was a great game.
Clovis East is an awesome team.
Mm-hmm.
Madera is a great program. Yeah. We know how good they are. You beat them by a couple runs. You just beat Sunnyside 8-5 a couple days ago. You got them again tomorrow. What are these games building towards for you guys as you're getting closer to, that playoff spot, 5 games left on the schedule? So obviously you're building into something here with those games, especially the high tension that comes from those games.
Yeah, so we're just building those games to get ready for playoffs, get ready for Fresno High. So that's going to be our most important games right there for league.
Yeah.
And we just want to keep on going up and up before playoffs.
What about that Clovis East game, though, Anthony? 12-11. Usually a game like that can bring out a lot of energy from this group. But tell us a little bit about that battle with the Timberwolves.
Clovis East game, that was a good game. I used to go to Clovis East, so it was a little personal.
Yeah.
But we came out banging. What did we score? I think we had I had a double leadoff AB, and we're just going. We come in, I think, 5th inning. We scored 5. And then we struggled. We didn't have that much pitching. The last game of the tournament. So, and then they come back. It's we're down by 2 in the last inning. We come up. We got bases loaded, 2 outs. We got Rory Kelly up to swing. I think he hits a line drive to left field.
Yeah, lefty. Yeah, good 2-strike approach.
Yeah. So with 2 strikes, we score that. I think that was a time run. He scored in the time run, and then we got Rob Avila up, and he got a walk-off walk.
Walk-off walk.
Yeah. So energy was high. Everybody was hyped, and it was a good game.
Coach, energy like that, Easter Classic, right? I look at the date. That's the when you end the Easter Classic with a win, right?
Yeah,
that's got to feel great.
Yeah, it was a great win for us, man. It just kind of goes into what Anthony was talking about earlier. Just our kids just grind it out, the resiliency we have, just battling like he was talking about. I think we were up like 9-5 going into the top of the 6th or 7th, whatever it was. We give up like a 6 spot. I mean, we're struggling that game. It's the last game of the Easter Classic. We played 4 games in 3 days. We're running out of pitch, and I remember going out in that inning. I'm like, look at my third base, my first baseman. Hey, which one of you guys want to pitch?
Right.
My first baseman, Jaden, says, I'll throw. He throws. Gives up a granny, and we go down. I was like, oh, God, what's going on now? He gets the next guy out, and then just in the bottom half, man, we didn't give up. That didn't get us down, or we got a leadoff hit, and we scratched 3 across that inning to win 12-11, and it was a crazy game.
Yeah, one of those that you can bookmark for sure, beating a track opponent like that,
Mm-hmm.
a team that, is capable of beating good teams, and you guys were able to top them there, right?
Yeah.
And maybe there's a little sweet feeling to beating a track team like that sometimes when people talk about those track teams, right?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely always is, yeah.
So this group, it's riding a 5-game win streak. You got a game tomorrow, of course, against Sunnyside, and that's a league game. And then, obviously, you talk about what's coming up. I see Sanger West on the schedule. I see Hoover on the schedule. Fresno High, you said, I don't know.
Yeah, those are our last 2. I don't think they're on the Max Preps right now, but those are our last 2 league games of the year.
Yeah, so it's after Hoover.
Yeah.
You got Fresno High, and I know the history of Fresno High. And so you guys right now, perfect in this league play, but it is hard to maintain that for you guys, right? And so what kind of target is this painting on you guys with the 5-0 start in league, and how are you embracing that target a little bit, maybe, Anthony, from your experience?
It feels good to have a target on our back because usually we don't. This year, I know we're better than all these teams, so we could beat all of them. We just got to keep playing our game and producing the right way.
You like that confidence, Coach?
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Like you said, it's definitely it's different when you're the hunted. Definitely, it's a lot just different mindset and stuff like that because you're always gonna get everybody else's best. And I always tell these guys, man, it sums up our year, man. Even though we have a pretty good record, we sure as heck can beat anybody, but we sure as heck can lose anybody if we don't come ready to play.
Right.
So that's definitely a challenge.
Anthony, tell me a little bit about baseball for you, right? Because you're clearly good at it, right? Batting over 500 right now, maybe soon to be 600. You're a football guy too, right? You play a little football, so multi-sport athlete. Where did baseball start for you at a young age? Where did you start falling in love with the sport?
I think just T-ball right off the bat. Just got put in T-ball, just always loved it, always played it. Just from the start, I always loved baseball.
Yeah, baseball, like age-wise, where it all began, T-ball, so you got to be like 5 or 6? Or, yeah, way back then, right? Starts way early for our guy. 4? I got 4 years old. Starting way back from you there. Do you remember when you kind of thought, okay, I actually want to work at this and be good at it? Because there's a different level to it of just playing it, and then there's I want to practice. I want to be hitting off the tee. I want to be at the cages. When did that click for you a little bit?
I'd say 10 years old.
10 years old?
Yeah, when I was 10.
Yeah.
When I started playing a little bit more on the weekends, that's when it started. I already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's clearly, and Coach, you see that through him now, right? You see that 10-year-old he's been grinding since 10. You see that kind of work put in. You can't fake it with Anthony, right? You see the years he puts in from what you see from him.
Yeah, you definitely tell him, man, he's a hard worker. The year he's having speaks for itself, man. I've been coaching for, this is I'm getting up there 13, it might be 14 years now here in the Valley. I've had a lot of good players, go off to college, Fresno State, some other places, but he's definitely right up there with the top, if not one of the best guy I've ever coached. Just explosive athlete, plays the game the right way. He does everything you ask him as a coach. It's been great. It's been a privilege to have him and coach him this year, even though it's 1 year. Wish I could have him for more, but it's only one.
Yeah. Anthony, what is it looking like for you? Are you wanting to play after this year? How's that looking for you as far as the next level?
Yeah, I definitely want to play next year. Yeah, just getting ready and just working right now, trying to get better every day just for the next level.
Right, because he's clearly got the talent, Coach.
Yeah,
we're trying to put him out there, right?
Yeah, we're working on it right now. I don't want to say anything out loud, but
of course.
there's definitely there's going to be some options for him. Put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. No, people love to have a guy like him. I always one question, because I see so many triples on it. Did you ever try to stretch an inside the park home run? Is there a story there, or did you have one that you could have gotten in an inside the parker?
Maybe. I don't know. My coach didn't send me. I thought he was going to send me. I was ready to go. But
I'm glad he listened.
He was dead, Coach?
Yeah, I don't know. He might try it, though.
Is there any we got a ballpark at Sanger West, Love Hoover. We got a shot here at Fresno High. Is there an alley we could get him to get an inside the park home run?
I don't know. It could happen, though. Just maybe something down the right field line or something. Maybe a guy like dives or something, misplays it. But he's pretty dang fast, man. I've never seen a player just like the first, it just takes him 2 steps and he's already at top end speed.
Right. Anthony, you're waiting for that moment. I'm sure you're going to be looking. And you're going to be like, come on, let's get one home run. Or maybe you just send one over the wall too. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know if you got that pop yet or not, Wilson.
I did a couple last year.
You did a couple, so you're looking to get off the schneid a little bit, right?
Yeah. I don't know. He keeps on telling me hit singles.
Yeah, hit singles affect the game the other way on the base pass and stuff
like that. Maybe a 2-out approach, nobody on. See if he can pop one. Come on, Coach. Let's see.
I tell him that's going to lower your batting average trying to jack it out of the park.
Get him one. All right. We got some prizes to give you here as courtesy of our Student Athlete of the Week, Anthony. And so first off, we got a certificate here from Toledo's Mexican Restaurant here in Fresno for you to enjoy. So dinner's on Anthony here from Toledo's Restaurant. So there you go. We have some Fresno State baseball tickets. I looked at your schedule. I think you're good on that date. So against San Diego State. So that'll be a good one there. Let's see what else. We got a KFC coupon, so meal for you if you want to get some KFC later. T-shirt as well. Student Athlete of the Week. This is a bag for you as well. And also, let me see if I can reach it here. Yeah, this is the fun one. I'm sure you see it on our social medias all the time, but this is what we get of our Student Athletes of the Week. This giant check with your name on it, Anthony, right here.
Nice.
Look at that. Edison Tiger. I love the logo. Look at that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that is for you to take home and put wherever you want, which I don't know if you're dreaming up of an area where that's going to go.
Right in my room.
Maybe brings it to practice, Coach, just to show off a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to head to practice after this. So
you got to sign it, too, at some point.
Oh, yeah, right there, yeah. His teammates will definitely love to see this. They know how hard he works, and they're real happy for him.
Well, Anthony, I appreciate you coming on the show, and congratulations on being our ESPN Fresno Student Athlete of the Week. Heads up, we're going to have a banquet coming up in a couple months. We'll give you more details on that when we have our stuff finalized on it. But it's going to be our Student Athlete of the Year banquet, and everyone who becomes a Student Athlete of the Week gets to go to our end-of-the-year banquet to celebrate the entirety of our Student Athlete of the Week campaign for 2025 and 2026. Awesome. So we're going to have everybody from football to basketball to baseball, softball, all of it. Everybody's going to be there. Best collection of athletes in the Central Valley. So, Anthony, Coach, appreciate you guys taking the time, and best of luck on the season. And maybe we'll be catching some postseason Edison baseball. Maybe we'll see you down in Visalia, too.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you guys coming on. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll take a break. We'll come back, wrap up the hour next on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
Roger Dunn Demo Days is April 18th at Bluff Point Golf Course on Milburn, just north of Vernon. Phil sent you.
Health.com/Fresno or Visalia. Game Day Men's Health. Every day is game day.
Sports leader. Big thank you to our student athletes of the week, Anthony Cobian from Edison Baseball, along with his coach Jared Thompson. So 16-3. Having a great rest of our show here. Going to wrap up hour number 1 here soon. Hour number 2 coming at you as well. TJ Hall has just gotten here. He is the Iowa DB who is vying to be an NFL draft pick, but he's also from San Joaquin Memorial, so we're excited to bring him on right at 4 o'clock. So TJ's waiting. We're going to have him on right at 4 o'clock for you folks here on this airwaves. Daniel rejoins us here on the show. And Daniel, you recovered from your lashings from the first segment from the Warriors-Clippers conversation?
Unfortunately.
Should we hear Sir Charles Barkley's
I'm okay. No, we don't got to play it again.
Jorge, do we got those comments?
No.
Well, for the folks, I just want to make sure we're very clear of what the Clippers are all about.
I've been poor. I've been rich. I've been fat. I've been skinny. I've been old. I've been in the Hall of Fame. And one thing I can always tell you, the Clippers have always sucked.
There you go. Very succinct. Very succinct.
Charles Barkley wasn't even that good anyway. So.
What are you talking about? A Hall of Famer wasn't very good. Okay, guy.
I saw a tweet. Did you see the tweet that said the Miami Heat only played 82 games out of respect for Bam's 83?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, of course. They technically did play 83 games, but they don't call the play-in game on the record. That's the only reason. They did technically play 83 games. I'm not like I'm crazy. I didn't see a game on Tuesday night. The Hornets certainly did, in fact, beat the Heat. And by the way, I would think both teams want that game to just not exist anymore. LaMelo Ball, my goodness, what a psycho he is.
I think if LaMelo gets into a playoff series, that man he's going to be crazy.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid on them beating the Pistons if they end up beating the Magic tomorrow. If they beat the Magic tomorrow and then they got the Pistons round 1, I'm not going to let you drink that Kool-Aid of the Hornets are winning that series.
The Pistons are very streaky.
Stop it.
I think there's a realm where
there's so much disrespect from the Pistons right now. That's my NBA Finals. That's my Eastern Conference champ pick, man.
Is that really?
From the beginning of the season. Why would I change otherwise? I've had Pistons Thunder from the beginning of the season. You can book it. I've had it since October. I'm the only one that feels like I have this whole thing locked up and ready to roll. Thunder Pistons. Book it. And if that happens, man, I am taking so many victory laps. Unbelievable amount of victory laps. Sounded bold at the time. Maybe not so bold anymore. Let's go to some other news. So I'm finding fascinating the live stuff that's been going down here over the last day or two. Daniel, you've seen kind of what's been going on with live golf?
I started to read a little bit more on it during the interview.
So Saudi Arabia, the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia is what has sent billions of dollars into this thing to allow it to kind of continue to operate the way it does, which is paying hundreds of millions of dollars to its golfers that are in this league. The league started in 2021 of October. Season started in 2022. You see players like Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith all leaving during the inaugural season to head play a live. You see John Rahm joining in December of 23. And you see certainly a league that is existing and players are playing and money is flowing, and yet feels like the American public is not interested in this league at this moment. But with reports of fledgling TV deals and lack of ratings, even though the game is going global for live, it appears that the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund could be pulling the funding for the league, saying in some sort of, quotes, reevaluation of its business practices in the wake of the Middle East conflicts. And now I'm not going to get into geopolitical conversation here about whether a war in the Middle East is warranted or not. I'm not doing that today, but it's fascinating to see the direct, effective nature of what's going on here with this league that is now claiming it had enough funding till 2032 to a point where the CEO itself is sending out a letter to all of his employees saying we're looking forward to a strong and end completion of our season here, and we will plan to go uninterrupted at full throttle. But no guarantee that it's going to get past the funding of 2032. No guarantee of any sort of we are going to operate until the brakes come off of this thing, which sounds like it could be in a couple of months. So my question is, what's the point of playing this out? Because currently they're running a tournament in Mexico City, which, by the way, a couple of times now the Fox broadcast has gone out black and has not come back to anything of note because their broadcast keeps going down. But if I'm a player in the live tournament and I know eventually this thing's going to go away, what's the point of me competing when I know my career is going to go on beyond whatever live is? So what are we doing here? Am I a fan who's consuming this thing? That's my other side of this opinion is if I'm a fan and I know this thing's ending, then what is the point of me watching? Because I want to watch the thing that's been sustainable and continuing to sustain itself throughout history and time. There's no expiration date on the PGA. There's a clear expiration date on the live. So why am I buying tickets for this thing? Why am I going to watch it if I'm knowing this thing's going to end pretty soon? So I don't understand why they need to keep this alive and moving forward when clearly the money is gone. They're hoping more sponsors can come back, but that is such a deficit. It's impossible to imagine where this is all going to come from. I find this very strange that it has come to this. I anticipate the end of the league very soon. If not in a month or two from now. Will it finish its season? That's another question. But, Daniel, this is fascinating stuff, and I just don't know why they're digging their heels, the folks that live, because they got blindsided yesterday with the news themselves. They are trying to transition from a post-Saudi Arabia-funded operation here, which I don't know if it's completely sustainable, because if I'm a player and I'm getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars every time I go golf for this thing and now I'm not, see ya. I'm going to go where the guarantee money is.
Yeah, I think most of the players that are in this league that choose to just stay in it till it's basically gone.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to knock someone for wanting to make their money, but
right.
If you're choosing to, if this is your career, I think you should more look at it as a longevity standpoint than how much money can I make in a few months.
Right.
So I would, if I were a player in that league, I would choose, I'd rather want to move.
Just get out now.
Yeah.
Because you're going to just delay the inevitable, which is the PGA requires players to sit out a year if you come back, because that's the penalty. Brooks Koepka took a deal. Patrick Reed, who left, cannot play a PGA event unless he's qualified for a major. He cannot play a PGA event until June when he qualifies. He's clearly qualified for the DP World Tour, which is another tour that operates concurrently, but that's the only way. The guys will have to start from scratch, so why not start from scratch now when you know you have to start from scratch eventually? You're just kicking the can down the road, and that's what I think, especially with Bryson DeChambeau, whose contract ends at the end of this year. Well, if all the money's going away, dude, you're going to leave anyway. Leave now so you can get on the PGA as fast as you can. I don't know. It's just where I'm at.
Yeah, I see it the same way. And, the best way I can compare it to for me is, because I know whatever it's called, the Saudi
Public Investment Fund.
Yeah, the Public Investment Fund. I know they are the main investors in a big soccer team, PSG.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest comparison I can make it is if they were to pull out from there, then that team would basically almost
collapse.
Cease to exist.
Exactly, because that's the only way it's operated, and it's a bubble. So. It's going to be interesting to see where everybody jumps ship, but it's a sinking ship. That's clearly what LIV is, and Bryson better make a choice here sooner rather than later on the inevitable. That is, he'll be back on the PGA Tour, I imagine, within a couple years. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to have our next guest, TJ Hall, join me here on 1430 ESPN. Stay with us. Hour number 2 next on 1430.
Want to work somewhere fun, flexible, and rewarding? Me and Ed's is hiring. We're looking to expand our team with full and part-time positions at over 40 locations. Join our growing company as a delivery driver or valued team member today. For more information on job descriptions or to apply, go online at meandeds.com or visit your nearest location. Me and Ed's is hiring. Fill out an application.
Hey, football fans, you know what makes a team great on the gridiron? It's when all the players do their part to make everything work. That's what Superior Pipe can do for your food processing plant, chemical plant, boiler service, or tank truck. Thanks to their reliable and durable pipes, valves, and fittings, you can be sure that everything that makes your team perform is running strong. And with their same-day service and competitive pricing, they'll help make sure all your players are doing their part. Call now at 266-PIPE or visit online at SuperiorPipeUSA.com today. Go Dogs! Play ball!
Back to Birds, Fresno. Fresno Pacific University Sunbirds baseball is back in action at the Diamond at their brand new, fully seated, fully covered, state-of-the-art Dan Martin Stadium, the crown jewel of West Coast Division II baseball stadiums. All games are just $10 for fans 18 and older, 17 and under get in free. For schedule and ticket information, visit fpuathletics.com. Fresno Pacific University Sunbirds baseball is back in action at the Diamond. See you at the Dan. Stepping up to the plate, it's Richard's Prime Rib and Seafood, the original, a true family-run restaurant, serving slow-roasted certified Angus prime rib, hand-cut steaks, and the freshest seafood since '69, a winning tradition. Richard's Prime Rib and Seafood is now open for lunch Wednesday through Friday and dinner Wednesday through Saturday, so you'll never strike out on a great meal. Richard's Prime Rib and Seafood, a Valley dining tradition, because when it comes to great food and family, they always hit it out of the park.
Prices on steel and materials are going up, but at Pacific Steel Supply, they're still delivering the best deals in the industry. Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or ag projects, Pacific Steel Supply will match or beat any competitor's price by an extra 10% on top quality steel, metal roofing, and components. With 24/7 service, fast delivery, and the best prices, the time to act is now. Get your free quote today from Pacific Steel Supply in Fresno, Ashland, and Parkway off Highway 99 or online at PacificSteelSupply.com.
Baseball is in full swing at Fresno City College, and the Rams are ready to add a winning tradition. Since 1948, FCC Baseball has built a championship legacy, earning multiple state titles, dominating conference play, producing more than 150 draft picks, and sending 18 players to the majors. That tradition continues this spring. Catch this season's exciting and winning team as they go after another Central Valley title. Bring your friends and family and experience Rams baseball in action. Visit FCCRams.com for schedule and spring sports information. Fresno City College. Go Rams.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotic gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free reviews on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Your home of the San Francisco 49ers, 1430 ESPN, the Valley's local sports leader, KFIG
Their
Fresno.
series in the Bronx lasted a little bit longer.
For the Angels, he's driven in 3 of the 6 Angel runs. He's waiting on deck, and Trout swings at this one, blasts the ball high, he hits it deep out into left field. It is Trout here. Mike.
Six-foot drive in the 7th inning. Trout joined Jimmy Fox, Darrell Evans, and George Bell as the 4th player with 5 home runs in a series against the Yankees. Angels beat New York 11-4. Aaron Judge hit his 6th home run of the season in the loss. An earlier official start to the college football season could be coming in 2027. The NCAA's Football Oversight Committee recommended a standard start before Labor Day weekend. Under the proposal, the regular season would begin on the Thursday of what is now called Week 0 and still end the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Schools would have 14 weeks to schedule 12 games, and this model would give teams 2 open dates and allow for flexibility for potential changes to the postseason. Former Alabama defensive lineman Luther Davis, accused of orchestrating a $20 million loan scam by impersonating NFL players, including Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr. None of the players had authorized the loans. A bold prediction from Chiefs GM Brett Veach that he expects a lot of trades in the first round of the NFL draft 1 week from tonight. Perhaps some by Veach. He's made several deals leading up to and on draft night during his KC tenure.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Friday, we'll get you ready for the NBA playoffs and tell you the one person who has the most pressure heading into the postseason. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
He's got
because once again, I have to come on there and talk about how right I am once again. In anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guests.
The 20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes? 20th head coach program history.
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 weeks, but super excited to be here.
Phil Bonatti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right. Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, our second and final hour of the show here live at Fashion Furniture. Good to have you. Good to be here and good to be alongside you all for an hour before I sign off for the weekend. Yes, I'm off tomorrow, and then we'll be back Monday with a full 3 hours to react to the sports weekend. So good to be here, like I said, and good to be here at Fashion Furniture once again. Big thank you to Fashion Furniture for hosting us here, as always, on these Thursday show. And reminder, here in these nice California temperatures, how about 72 degrees and sunny? It ain't too bad, right? Perfect time to maybe go relax on your outdoor furniture. Well, if it's looking a little rugged, you probably want an upgrade. So be sure to check out the Outdoor Living Set by Fashion Furniture. Beautiful outdoor furniture now available here, part of that Horizon Hall collection. Be sure to ask about their outdoor collections designed for your
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely great to have you on. TJ Hall, of course, defensive back at Iowa for the last few years.
Yes, sir.
Coming back home. It's got to feel good to be back home a little bit, right?
Yeah, it does feel good to be back. I haven't been home since last May. So
wow.
It's my first time back home, get to be around the fam, back home with some friends, and get that work in back in Fresno.
Of course, and it's a big time for you, right? Because you wrap up your college career and you're getting ready for the next level. That's always exciting, and getting to be around the friends and family for this big moment in your life, that's got to be the most rewarding part.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just great 4 years at Iowa, and then now being back home and get to be surrounded by everybody, man. It's awesome. Now I get to live up my dream.
Right. We'll get into that, but first off, being from Fresno, being the guy who represents the Central Valley, especially at a school like Iowa, right? I can't imagine too many guys know where you were coming from that side. But how often did you have to teach people where you were from? Tell them a little bit about Fresno back of the Iowa locker room.
Yeah, a little bit, because a lot of people, when they think of California, they think of L.A. So I'm like, nah, I'm not Southern California. I'm Central California,
right.
Central Valley. So you got San Fran and everything north of me, and then L.A. south. So I'm like, man, I'm right in the middle.
Yeah. Any other California guys, though, that they probably helped the other teammates out, know where you were from?
Yeah, we had a couple. I remember, like, Spencer Petras when I was there. I think he was from NorCal.
Yeah.
Deacon Hill. My last teammate, QB, Shaq. He was from San Diego.
Okay.
So, yeah, I had a couple teammates.
Couple guys getting used to that Iowa, atmosphere, right? And it was an awesome experience. You of course, graduated at San Joaquin Memorial. First of all, you come out of San Joaquin Memorial, and we'll talk about your time too a little bit from your days there. But Iowa, tell us how that came to be for you. And now you look back on the 4 years and how awesome of a choice it was for you to be an Iowa Hawkeye for your college career.
Yeah, man, just during the recruiting process at a high school, they had reached out to me, ended up taking a visit there, and really just hit it off. It was like real genuine people. The coaches were awesome, and I knew that was somewhere I would develop to be like a real pro. And so my time there was awesome. All my coaches, teammates, like, shout out all of them, because without them, I wouldn't be here today.
Right. What was it like pitching that to the folks, right? Because you're like, Iowa, really? We're doing Iowa? This, that can take, some people are like, man, you're going to be, but
it was actually my fam who pitched it more than me.
Really?
'Cause I was more like a West Coast kid, like wanted to go to more like USC or something.
Right.
And they were like, oh, like, let's check out Iowa. And then we went out there, and most 18-year-olds think they know everything, but I'm like, nah, I need to listen to my parents. So they were like, yeah, we feel like we're going to become a pro here. So, and that's what ended up happening.
And that's got to feel good to have the decision, the right one be made, because obviously you stuck around, and especially in this era, right? You could have had opportunities elsewhere and other things, in this era. But what made it stick for you? You're like, I'm going to be committed. I'm locking in. It's not many guys can say they had the one college they've been locked in at.
Yeah, it was just me wanting to finish something I started and just put my head down and, get to work. And, if I didn't make it, it was because I didn't do enough. Like, I got to put it all on me. I don't want to transfer anywhere.
Right.
Plus, I had my brothers at Iowa. Like, I couldn't leave them. I was like, man, these are my dogs over here.
Right, of course, developing those relationships, not just with your teammates, but with the coaches as well. We had Coach Ferentz on last week, which was awesome to talk to him. Yeah, small world, right?
Yeah, man, the Cavs, that's my dog.
Yeah, we've been covering the Iowa Hawkeyes, as much as anybody out here in Fresno. Ain't that something?
Yes, sir.
What was it like, playing under him and playing under that staff? Because there's a lot of respect for Coach Ferentz and that crew. And what was that like playing under them?
Man, it was awesome. Them being there since '99, they've seen so many things, and they know what to do. They know what it is or what it looks like to make it to the next level. So my DB and D coordinator, Phil Parker, I was with him since day one. Like, get better. Told him, like, hey, like, make sure you stay on me to continue to be great. And so having coaches like that who don't expect complacency, but want you to just keep getting better every day. It was awesome for them to push me.
And Iowa's such a special place, right? And from the outside looking in, there's a lot of great traditions there with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Yeah. Everyone knows about the Wave, right, at the Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
I got to imagine, what was your first experience with how Iowa was so integrated with that community and your first opportunity to kind of work with the kids during your time there?
Nah, man, it was awesome. One thing I love about Iowa, especially Iowa City, it's a real college town.
Right.
We're basically the pro team out there, so games are always packed no matter what, and the fans bring the energy, and then doing the Wave at the end of the first quarter, it's like an extra motivation, extra push to, keep going.
TJ Hall here with us on 1430 ESPN. So you have your career. What were some big highlights for you in your mind? Like, what are some games that stick out to you the most? Of course, you got an interception this year, right?
Yep.
What were some big moments for you that you're going to cherish when you look back at your college career?
Yeah, I definitely say when we played Penn State this past year, one of the plays I broke up a pass. My safety got an interception, almost scored. And then we ended up winning that game too. I think by like 1 point or something like that. And it was electric. The crowd was going crazy. There's a lot of games. Some of the games that we didn't necessarily win, but like were close, fun games. Like Indiana,
the Oregon game, I can think of. Yeah,
Oregon, USC. Those games are all fun because it's competitive. You know,
Right.
it's bring the juices out, and you know, we just trying to go at it and finish the game.
Right. You know, the caliber of teams you face in that league, that
Yeah.
Big Ten, right?
Yeah.
I got to imagine it's so much fun each night and out, week in and week out, to just try to solve those puzzles a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Or be the puzzle that needs to be solved, maybe. How
Right.
do you see it as you guys? Do you guys have to feel like you solve the offense, or do you feel like, hey, we're just going to make it so difficult on the life of the offenses, they have to solve us?
Yeah. I feel like especially Iowa defense, a little bit of both.
Right.
But the way, especially like my teammates in the secondary, the way we were playing this year, I feel like we wanted like teams to try to figure out us, try to show them different looks, showing different coverages, you know, so the QB get mixed
Right.
up. And you know, you also got to watch your film because you know offenses are tough these days.
Right.
So with a bunch of motions and different formations, so a little bit of both.
Yeah, were there games where you guys felt momentum? Like you
Yeah.
felt like, okay, we're really doing the good things we need to do. Like, was there specific games you felt that as a defense when you knew, man, I don't know if they know what we're doing here, and this is
Yeah.
really exciting?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Especially when we were changing up our coverages looks, and you know they couldn't figure us out, and they couldn't get a first down or something. I'm like, okay, we just got to keep this going, keep sending pressure, or doing whatever we do.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. Toughest place to play for you? What was the
Yeah.
biggest? What was the toughest place to play for you?
Probably my sophomore year. We played in the whiteout at Penn State.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Night game, right? Or is it a
Night
day
game.
Night game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were playing Mobamba still, or
Yeah.
what was going on?
Yeah, they're playing Mobamba. I think Sexy Red was out there performing or something.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What about matchups, right, with some guys you faced off against? Who made you really get after it? And I'm sure from that aspect, you value those times when you
Yeah.
face some top guys. What were some guys that gave you some good battles?
Yeah, definitely. Receivers, Oregon receivers, China receivers, and the Rutgers receivers were really.
Yeah. So, what best part of what it's helped you do when it comes to getting ready for the draft? Like, how has Iowa prepared you for now this moment where next week you're hoping to get a call?
Basically run like pro-style defense, and we're going against like a pro-style offense. And so, like, when I have coaches or anything, or
Right.
have to try to remember something, like, I can remember it because, like, we did it at Iowa. Or
Right.
we did the same thing. Or, like, I had to remember because Coach – if I didn't remember, Coach was going to be yelling at me, so I had to get it quick.
Right.
And then also, like, working out. Like, we had tough workouts at Iowa, and I grew up always working pretty hard. So
Yeah.
just doing this now is really the fun part because, man, I'm just putting in work, trying to get my body ready for the next level.
Are there guys that are in the league now that you used to play with that have helped you kind of go through this process, or guys that you,
Yeah.
at least just knowing how the league operates when it comes to this time of the count?
So, yeah, so many of those guys who are in the league and performing at a high level that did it in college and now in the league, man, I love those guys.
Right, and you of course did the combine and all
Yeah.
of that experience. What was that like? Is it as much poking and prodding as people describe it as? What was the combine like?
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun being there. It was just a lot of like late nights, but like it was for a reason. Like, you know, we're doing team interviews and stuff, so it was fun. But yeah, other than that, I just enjoyed the process. Did the Senior Bowl and everything, so that was a fun process too. So overall, it was a good experience.
So you get ready for this draft, and you've done all the workouts. This
Yeah.
feels like kind of the waiting period, right? You're just being ready to
Yeah.
go as soon as you get your name called. So for you, you know, how do you mentally prepare for something like this when you don't know what's coming?
Yeah.
And you want to prepare yourself in the right headspace to say whatever happens, happens. How do you prepare for yourself
Yeah.
to, you know, avoid disappointment or, you know, whatever when it comes to the draft? Because you hear all kinds of stories.
Yeah, I just try to be level-headed.
Right.
You know, don't think too high, don't think too low. Just you know, just really just worry about what I can control.
Right. Of course, you have the confidence, the biggest confidence in the world, right, in
Yeah.
yourself, because that comes from all that success you've seen, right?
Right.
So, you know, this has to be a really confident time for you, I would imagine, right? Is that how you feel as well?
Yeah, I would say so because, I'm confident in my playing abilities, so I know whatever team does get me, they're going to get a baller.
Yeah. If you told 14-year-old TJ Hall that you'd be getting ready for the draft this week, would he have believed you?
Yeah, I would say he would believe it because, man, I grew up playing sports my whole life.
Right.
So I was like, I know I'm going to play something. Baseball was my first love, and then –
Really?
Yeah. And then, I played basketball.
Three-sport athlete, right?
Sports. And then if I would have told 14-year-old, like, hey, you're going to make it to the league, just keep doing what you're doing, I would have believed him.
Right. So let's talk about Fresno a little bit now. Your time back in your Memorial days, your growing up days here in the Central Valley. You lived in Fresno your whole life, right? Or
Yeah. Oh, no, actually, I moved away to not Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada for like 3 or 4 years, and then moved to Visalia.
Okay.
And then moved back to Clovis in 2013.
2013. So you were probably how old back in 2013? Like we're talking 12, 11?
I was like 11.
11 years old. So
yeah, I can't remember. I got to remember the exact date, but it was something like that.
You're running around, right? And but you're getting acclimated, and of course, for you, sport of football. Tell us first of all, who introduced you to the sport? Who got you into this thing?
Definitely my parents.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest child, but I was the only one for like 7 years or something.
Okay.
And so, they just put me in sports. I played soccer at first, I played baseball.
Tried everything.
And then I played football. I've been playing football since I was like 4 or 5.
Right.
Yeah, so I just stuck with it.
Were you receiver for a little bit, or what were you playing back in the early days?
Like the early days, like my first year, I think I was like a linebacker.
Right.
But I was like linebacker, barely wanted like contact at first because I was like just started playing, and I was playing with like older kids too, so it was crazy.
You were moving on up. You were tackling the bigger kids, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, right? So when did it start clicking DB with like being a defensive back? Like who told you like, I think you're going to be elite here. I think this is going to be a spot where you're understanding the game the best.
Yeah. My dad. Definitely my dad, because I think I really wanted to be a receiver coming out of high school, but we're like, being a receiver, you can't control when you get the ball.
Right.
And I played quarterback most of my life, so that was like the frustrating part about receiver.
Right.
And then so I felt like my size at DB, I would be able to match up with a lot of receivers.
Were there some games in high school where you were getting a little more pop than thinking about like what got you kind of on the map of some folks? Because there's certainly let me ask this a better way.
Yeah.
For you, when did it start becoming a serious thing? Like, because you were a 3-sport athlete and you have your goals set, but like then you came and decided, I think I'm actually going to really pursue football at the next level kind of side of thing.
Yeah.
Like when did that start clicking for you?
I ain't gonna lie, like early, like 7th grade.
Really?
Like, I knew I wanted to go to Division I to play football.
Yeah.
And then make it to the NFL. So I didn't know I was gonna be football until like maybe like sophomore year, because I would play like other sports. But then I was really like 7th grade, going to camps and everything, like trying to get a scholarship. But yeah, it was early.
Tell me how important it was to still play the other sports, though, even though you wanted to make that your choice. 7th grade, you say, but why was it such an important thing for you to still play baseball, still play basketball, still maintain it, even though you knew football was your end game?
'Cause I just love playing ball. Like, I hated just like that time period of school when sports were over and you just like go home after school. I always hated
Summers
that.
must have been tough for you, though.
Yeah, it was tough because it was like no sports, no games going on. So I'm like, man, like I just want to practice. I just want to do something. Like I feel like I was really like an outside kid.
Right. Tell me, because we had a little bit of time left here, just a couple minutes. TJ Hall here with me from Iowa, San Joaquin Memorial Gray. The onus of wanting to represent the Valley, you see so many names come out of here, some guys in the NFL who are playing from this area, right? Tell me about what's important about representing the Valley and the guys you know kind of come before you that come from this area and you want to represent this area in the league? Why?
Yeah.
What that comes from? Where that onus comes from for you?
Yeah, just wanted to not necessarily put Fresno on the map, but let other people know Fresno got athletes too.
Right.
It's not just LA or Northern Cal. The Central Valley got a lot of athletes that can play with the top athletes in the country. So just wanting to make more noise for the 559 and just pretty much like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you want to see those Panthers continue to rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
San Joaquin Memorial, and you didn't play with him, but Jalen Green is a name you were hanging around too, right?
Yeah. McMillan.
McMillan.
That was my teammate.
McMillan. He's let's get him healthy.
Yeah.
Might be covering him, next year. Who knows, right? But it's exciting to think of all what's going to be the future for you moving forward. So.
Yeah.
What advice would you kind of give the upcoming kids who are probably getting ready in your time period maybe to be a D1 athlete or be in the league eventually? They want to try to do that. What's some advice you would give them?
Man, don't worry about just worry about your stuff. Don't worry about the outside noise. This kid's getting an offer, that kid's getting an offer. Just put your head down. Keep going to work. Work out every day. Work on your craft and. Just keep getting better. I always say, it's more than 1%. It's you're getting 10% better, you know what I'm saying, every day. It's so, just keep your head down and go to work.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it. Stay disciplined. Make it a regular thing.
Yep.
It's going to be a regular thing for you starting next week. We look forward to seeing where you go.
Yes, sir.
So,
I appreciate it.
Let's see where you get the call, TJ. Appreciate you coming on and taking the time with us here on this show. And enjoy the journey, and best of luck of where you're heading.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me on, too.
Absolutely. Thank you, TJ.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming on.
No
We'll
doubt.
take a break. We'll be right back with more Behind the Bench right after this on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader.
You have a lot on your plate, fellas, so the last thing you need is to run on empty. IV Infusions at Sol UV Wellness Center can help you fuel up. The key to IV Infusions is instant, noticeable results, so you'll feel sharper, stronger, and ready to dominate the day. And right now, new clients receive $25 off their first IV infusion, plus a free B12 shot. Just mention ESPN. Book today at IVinfusions.com. That's IVIE Infusions.com. Boost up your energy and recover faster with the help of IV Infusions at Sol UV.
Attention Central Valley. Fashion furniture buyers are headed to the High Point Furniture Market to bring in new styles and what's next, which means it's time to reset the floor. Save up to 50% on clearance, closeouts, overstocks, and one-of-a-kind items. When they're gone, they're gone. No restocks. Plus, special financing is available. It's the Reset the Floor sale happening now, only at Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Clausen Honda of Fresno says this tax season, put your refund to work. Your tax return could be the perfect down payment on a new or pre-owned vehicle. Choose from our premium pre-owned selection of favorites, like the Civic, Accord, or CR-V. Clausen Honda's team has served the Central Valley for 50 years. Their finance experts will help you find a payment that fits your budget, so you can drive away with confidence. Turn your tax refund into your next ride. Visit Clausen Honda of Fresno on Blackstone, north of Bullard, or online at ClausenHonda.com.
Spring is in full swing, and just like baseball season, it's time to step up to the plate for something great to eat. With Lynn's Restaurant Group, every stop is a hit. From comforting bowls at Ramen Hayashi to teppanyaki at Inooishi, Japanese hot pot at Ichishabu, and all-you-can-eat hot pot and more at Lynn's Fusion. There's something for everyone. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite or sitting down after the game, Lynn's has you covered. Download the Lynn's app for exclusive offers and visit lynn'srestaurantgroup.com. Lynn's, a full lineup of flavor this spring.
Every day, the choices you make matter, especially for your business and the community around you. When you choose to bank local with FFB Bank, your deposits don't sit on the sidelines. They help fund local businesses, create jobs, and strengthen the neighborhoods you serve. With business accounts designed for you, local decision-making, and a team that understands your goals, FFB is here to help you grow. Because your success is everyone's success. Be the one who builds community while building your business. Visit ffb.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Fresno State Baseball and their hard-hitting Diamond Dogs will be lighting up Pete Biden Field at Bob Bennett Stadium all season long. Right next door will be your Fresno State softball team at Margie Wright Diamond. The Bulldogs want your community support, and softball isn't the same without the Red Wave. Come out and support your Diamond Dogs as baseball and softball compete for another Mountain West championship. And remember, go Dogs.
Every summer it's the same. Kids home, nonstop laundry, everyone showering, and suddenly our water pressure disappears.
And the hot water roulette. Scalding 1 second, freezing the next. We can't wait all day for a plumber.
And heating. They give a 2-hour booking window so we can actually plan our day.
And Tom, down the street, Lee's fixed his plumbing the same day. Fast, reliable, professional.
Plus, his Club Advantage membership gets priority service, discounts, no overtime fees, and a 2-year repair warranty.
It's exactly what we need. Less stress, no surprises, no chaos.
Make summer smoother with Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Fast, dependable service and a convenient 2-hour booking window. Call 559-785-1212 or visit leesair.com.
AC, heat, and plumbing, you just call Lee's. It's easy as calling Lee's. Lee's AC, plumbing and heat.
CL number 635355.
Lee's AC.
Also, we have our podcast spot on our ESPN app. So those are 2 locations that you can download and check it out there, and be able to check some previous shows out if you end up missing on any of those conversations. So big thanks to TJ for joining us, and a big thanks to all of our folks who have been on the show here today as well. So let's get to some final conversations here, some final topics as we roll. No more intern Daniel today. He's licking his wounds after the Clippers loss, and he's going to try to figure out what the hell he's going to have to do with his Yankees team too, who, by the way, got blown out by the Angels 11-4 today. So it's going to be a rough weekend for Daniel coming back. Anyways, he's out of here. Jorge's still with me as well. Jorge, good conversation. Always like talking to the local guys there with TJ, and funny to just hear a guy find Iowa. And I joke, we are becoming the Iowa centric show compared to here in Fresno, right? Jorge, we're covering Iowa more than I think maybe Iowa radio is covering Iowa here locally.
Well, I mean, when we have talent like that, I think we have to, right?
Right. Yeah. TJ Hall. Saw he was projected to go 5th to 7th rounder potentially. He's a day 3 guy, but he certainly got a good head on his shoulders. The guy's tall, man. He's got some length. I was standing next to him. He can he will look like he could be a problem in the league for any wide receiver that will look to try to score on him. So I think the kid's got a bright future for sure. So we'll see where that comes from. Let's talk about the Giants, won't we, Jorge? You want to talk about the Giants real quick? Little Giants conversation.
Do I want to talk about the Giants?
Well, they won today.
Or do we need to talk about the Giants?
Yeah, they snapped a 4-game winning streak or losing streak. 3 runs in the 7th inning today, and a little bit of a kerfuffle from the.
Yeah, well, it was not. It was just pointing in.
Who was in the right there? I think the Giants were in the right in that conversation.
Yeah, because they won. They
because they won. That was
that was basically it. That's all it was. Because pitcher Miller. Well, I can remember. Yeah,
Eric
Miller.
Miller.
It was Miller.
Yeah,
Eric Miller. Comes up and just starts screaming because he struck him out.
Yeah.
In the last one.
Well, so this last night because I think it was what's his name?
Salwell. Salwell?
Sal Stewart.
Sal Stewart.
Sal Stewart.
He scored 3 home runs on him.
No, excuse me. Spencer Steer, the Cincinnati Reds outfielder last night, took time really late, like pretty darn late when it came to calling time. And it was granted by the umpire, and it was not received well by J.T. Brubaker, the relief pitcher last night. And so Brubaker starts barking at Steer. Is what the hell? And so the pitch, according to the pitch clock, right? He's trying to ice Spencer Steer. In the middle of that stare down, right before the 1 second timer hits, Steer is giving him a what the F, throw the effing ball right back at Brubaker as he's standing in to hit the pitch. Brubaker then serves up just an easy, meaty, low-hanging fastball down the bottom of the zone, and Steer's able to lace it into left field. Fast forward to today, some bad blood a little bit. Giants up 3-0. Willie Adames gets nailed in the quad, which never feels good, right? And Willie Adames kind of stares and says, what the hell? That looks very intentional. I don't appreciate that kind of situation here developing, right? So Eric Miller decides later in the game, I think another player was hit. I think Sal Stewart was hit, right? Or somebody was hit with a pitch at the tail end of this game, and that started to flow out the dugouts just a little bit, just a tad. People were starting to feel a little certain aspect of it. I wish I had the play-by-play because ESPN, God bless him, is not helping me with this box score right now. So let me see if I got it here. Yeah. It was Landon Roop hit Spencer Steer in the second, and then the pitcher for the Reds, Phillips, was ejected for intentionally hitting Willie Adames after that. So the Reds were kind of feeling a certain way. And then after Eric Miller struck out Sal Stewart, Eric Miller started pointing everyone at the dugout who was coming out to have a certain word to say about everything. And he said, you get out of here, you get out of here, you get out of here, we'll see you later. And now we may have fireworks for our August series against the Reds in San Francisco later this year. We down for Reds Giants bad blood. We like it.
Yeah, I mean,
Giants are making enemies.
I don't think nothing's gonna come out of it. But honestly, I think it was a frustrating 2-3 games, frustrating series for the Giants.
Yeah.
Just bad luck and batting.
Yeah, no.
On the first 2, this was a better pitching performance, definitely.
2-4 on the road trip here, not ideal, not ideal. And I project you need to go 500, 5-4. Feels like a good road trip, a successful road trip, and now that would warrant that you would need to sweep the Washington Nationals, who, by all accounts, aren't a horrible team. From what I'm seeing right now, let's see their record. They're 9-10 right now, and they put up runs, man. Nationals, they just 2-2 from the Pirates. They swept the Brewers over the weekend, so the Nats aren't particularly a bad team. That's not going to be any pushover tomorrow for the San Francisco Giants. So 2 of 3 is paramount for this weekend series to at least get to a 4-5 record on this road trip to feel like you've had some sort of equilibrium on the season. But I would get a sense that this is getting old real quick, of the 3-in-a-row losses, then the 3 of 4 wins, then the 4-in-a-row losses, 3 straight wins, 4-in-a-row losses. There is a roller coaster happening with this Giants team right now, and the lulls are low and the highs are somewhat high. If you want any sort of consolation prize, this is the 3rd shutout win for the Giants this year, tied for the most in Major League Baseball. Congrats to them. 1 hit allowed is their fewest in a game since Blake Snell's no-hitter last year, and guess what? Against Cincinnati. So a little 1-hit job by the Giants this morning. Landon Roop goes 6 innings pitched, a hit, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Dominant pitching That's what it is to turn around a slide, and the Giants got the hits when they needed to, even though it was aided by an Ellie De La Cruz error. Got to pick it up, though, in any sense of the word. It's another just disjointed kind of Giants performance, 3-0. I know it's a good win from the standpoint of the pitching, but I do not feel good about the lineup still, considering today. Albeit Chase Burns was on the hill, and I think Chase Burns is kind of a legit pitcher for the Reds here. But outside of that, I'm not overly impressed with what the Giants have put together against Cincinnati, who, by the way, is, I think, on the outside looking in as a playoff team potentially. But outside of that, this didn't move the needle for me for the San Francisco Giants and the prospect of turning their season around. I would say 7-12 on the year at this point, only better than the Colorado Rockies considered in their record this year. Tied for the second worst record in the National League with the lowly New York Mets right now, who have lost 8 in a row. So, not ideal. Long season, though. Long season for the San Francisco Giants squad. So, holding out hope, Jorge, or are we just tired of the winning and the win streaks and the losing streaks? Tired of it. I'm tired.
No,
of it.
we're holding out hope. I think. I'm
tired of
it.
it.
Definitely it's tiring to lose, but I think we're holding out hope that it's just there's some changes up in the air.
I want to
and,
like Tony Vitello, man. I want to like him. I really do.
Me too.
I want to like
him.
him.
I want him to succeed.
Of course we do.
I want him to.
It's good for
to
business.
Be the guy, because that would mean that they would bring other people from colleges to be,
Yeah, we want to open that door. We want college people to show up and be able to coach in this league. We like that.
There's this revolving door of coaches back and forth in Major League Baseball.
Oh, it's so tiring. Terry Francona, I love him. I love the dude. But he's coaching like his fourth team in the last 20 years.
Right. And it's like it gatekeeps from new people coming in, new ideas coming into baseball.
Exactly.
So if this works out, it would be fantastic. I would love it as a fan and as an MLB fan too.
A's lose today. They split the series with the Rangers, by the way. That was over on 790 earlier.
I was listening to that while Tony was going on.
Yeah.
Crazy ending.
I was seeing that. 9 runs in the top of the
crazy ending.
A's were up 6-5, and then a 4-run ninth inning, Justin Sterner just absolutely imploding there on the mound.
They were down 3-5. They go on and score 3.
Yeah, 3 in the bottom of the
go
eighth.
up 6-5 on the bottom of the what is it?
Kurtz with a bases clearing double in the 8th inning, but then the Rangers were able to scratch off a couple of runs there. Higashioka with a fielder's choice, and Jacques Peterson with a base hit to take the lead, and then Ezekiel Duran with a 2-run single as well that put the insurance runs there for the Rangers. A's and Rangers now tied for the first in the American League West at 10-9. LA Angels go to 10-10 after beating the Yankees today. Mariners at 8-11. The Astros at 8-11. So these standings, man, this is a fascinating kind of early look at some standings here. Just all things considered. Kind of throws me back a little bit to some weird standings from yesteryear. Like, I'm looking at the National League Central. Everybody's within 2 games of each other. The Pirates are 11-8. Reds are 11-8. Cardinals are at 10-8. Brewers are at 10-8. Cubs are at 9-9. Right? That's fascinating.
Is that first month of baseball when everybody's trying to figure it out?
Right.
And everybody's trying to realize, are we good doing this right?
Sox could not have had a worse start to their year, and they're only 4 games out of first place. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't be me. The only team that's pretty much out of a division race already is the Rockies and the Giants, because 8 back and 7.5 back ain't doing it for you. You ain't coming back from that one. And 13 right now are 5 back of the Twins. That's not insurmountable, right? Come on. Anyways,
You're saying we're out?
that I just bad for business. Let's half glass full, huh? Does Logan?
Yeah.
Better. And pitch against the Reds. So let's get a little Logan Webb action this weekend. That'd be helpful. Who goes tomorrow? Let's see. It is Logan Webb. Logan Webb versus former Giant Zach Littell. Then it's Hauser and Cavalli. And then it's Robbie Ray, and Miles Michaelis. If you don't win a game against Miles Michaelis, that is the worst pitcher in baseball. No offense. All right, let's take a break. Let's wrap up this show next on 1430 ESPN.
Clausen Honda, and let our team help you find the Honda that's right for you. Right now, discover special offers on a wide selection of new Honda vehicles, from fuel-efficient commuters to family-ready SUVs. There's something for every lifestyle. Don't wait. These seasonal deals won't last long. Visit Clausen Honda today and let our team help you find the Honda that's right for you. Drive into spring with confidence at Clausen Honda of Fresno on Blackstone, north of Bullard.
Citizens Business Bank is a proud sponsor of the Fresno State Bulldogs. Hi, I'm Susan Woosner, Senior Vice President and Manager of Citizens Business Bank in Fresno. We proudly support California's thriving small to medium-sized businesses. Our relationship-based approach and straightforward business model set us apart in the financial services industry. We are a banking partner that understands your industry and your company. Whether you're expanding operations or planning for the future, Citizens Business Bank is here to help ensure your banking experience is smooth, convenient, and aligned with your success. My team strives to build long-term banking relationships by getting to personally know you and your business, and then providing you with a wide array of powerful solutions customized to your unique financial needs. Visit cbbank.com to learn how Citizens Business Bank can help contribute to your success. That's cbbank.com. Citizens Business Bank, N.A., Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
At Helena Agri Enterprises, we're committed to helping you make the best agronomic decisions for your farm. That's why we combine cutting-edge technology with superior products. Helena's Agri-Intelligence program uses in-depth analysis to identify potential problems in the field before they take root. Combined with a complete line of high-quality crop production and crop protection inputs, Helena has the tools to help you increase productivity, enhance performance, and maximize your return on investment. Contact your local Helena representative or authorized dealer to create the right plan for your farm with Helena products and Agri-Intelligence.
When you think of California business machines, it wouldn't surprise me if you automatically thought 3-cent color copies. It's something CBM has become locally famous for. But now there's something else business owners are calling about: business phone systems. It's a beautiful thing. Copiers, printers, office phone systems, all with one simple call to California Business Machines. 559-225-5570 or online at cbmsolution.com.
Welcome to A+ Signs.
Thanks. Yeah, I need some custom exterior signs for my business.
Great. What's the name of your business?
C+ Signs.
Wait, you own a sign company?
Yep, C+ Signs.
And you want us, A+ Signs, to make your signs?
Yeah, I need them really fast, and we can't touch our turnaround times.
We are kind of known for that.
For signs that stop traffic, drive traffic, and even direct traffic, call A+ Signs.
Remember, A+ has great technicians to service and repair signs, too.
Yeah, we got a guy, but he's afraid of ladders.
Food lovers, Mediterranean just got better. Aleppo Kebab is now open on Blackstone and Sierra near the DMV in Fresno. One bite and you're hooked. No flight required for a taste of authentic Mediterranean and Middle Eastern flavor made the traditional way. From Aleppo's tender chicken shawarma and perfectly grilled kofta kebabs to fresh falafel, salads, and warm pita breads. All made with locally sourced high-quality ingredients. Dine in or take it out today at Aleppo Kebab. Better, tastier Mediterranean food at a fast food price. Now open on Blackstone and Sierra near the DMV in Fresno.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit.
And hopefully this one is looking all right. And I'm not speaking. It's not giving the wrong facts here, but let's give it to you here on this Thursday. What the weekend schedule looks like. Grizzlies baseball tonight. Is that correct, Jorge? On 790, Grizzlies from Ontario. Is that what we got? Grizzlies baseball.
Yes, that's correct.
6:20 pregame. To a 6:35 first pitch, 6:45 first pitch. What's our first pitch time? We got there for you.
We got a 15-minute pregame.
All right, so 6:35. Folks, if you like runs, this series has provided that to you. Teams have been, 18-7, I think it was. Game 1 and then Game 2, the Ontario Tower Buzzers came back and showed up with some runs as well. So if you like runs, you like action, Grizzly baseball tonight could be for you. Yeah, how about 18-7 in Game 1, and then the Ontario Tower Buzzers bounce back with a 16-9 battle. So Jorge, strap in. It might be a long broadcast tonight for the Grizzlies and Ontario
let's see.
Tower Buzzers. Tomorrow, Sportsline Bulldog Hour, Tony 2 to 3. You may or may not have a behind the bench tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if the higher ups allow some folks to maybe do a little 11-minute fill-in show for me. Stand by, Jorge. We could have some weird action tomorrow from 3 to 3:11 because the Giants play against the Nationals at 3:15. So might have someone step in and do my show tomorrow. Who knows? Otherwise, we'll be back Monday with our show at 3 o'clock. Giants Nationals from D.C., 3:15 pregame with a 3:45 first pitch. Over on 790, the A's and the White Sox are in action. It is their home series against the White Sox, 6 p.m. pregame with a 6:40 first pitch. A's and White Sox from Sacramento. Saturday, no Central Valley Sports Report. Paul Metter is going to be off this weekend. We'll have Giants and Nationals at 12:35 pregame with a 1:05 first pitch from D.C. Lakers Rockets game 1, 5 p.m. pregame with a 5:15 tip-off from L.A. That's on 14:30 on Saturday. Over on 790 on Saturday, you have A's and White Sox during the day, 12:30 pregame with a 1:10 first pitch from Sacramento. Grizzlies and Ontario Tower Buzzers, going to be 790 action there. 5:50 pregame with a 6:05 first pitch from Ontario. Sunday, Giants and Nationals do battle. 10:05 first pitch, or 10:05 pregame with a 10:35 first pitch from DC. And then A's and White Sox over on 790, 12:30 pregame with a 1:10 first pitch from Sacramento. Monday, we'll be back. Sportsline Bulldog Hour, Tony D from 2 to 3 p.m. My show will be 3 to 6 p.m. as well. And we'll have no Giants that day. A's will be back in action there at the Mariners, 6 p.m. pregame with a 6:40 first pitch from Seattle. Tuesday, back with some Giants baseball. It's Giants and Dodgers lining up for that, although we'll see where the Laker game lines up for that. I think it's 7 p.m., so I imagine we're going to put that on 790, Jorge. Is that what we're going to do on Tuesday? Lakers and Rockets game 2? Producing this in real time? Playing program?
Yeah, we have it on 790.
790, Lakers and Rockets game 2 over on 790. So that's what we got for you there. Stay tuned for all that action. All right, few more minutes left in our show. Jorge, we're playing the game. What are you watching this weekend? It's a Thursday edition of that because I don't have a show tomorrow. Jorge, what are you watching this weekend? What are you going to be tuning into this weekend?
Ooh, this weekend.
Oh, what do we got?
Probably some Coachella.
Coachella.
I'm going to be watching Coachella from the couch.
From the YouTube couch? Who do you lock into? What are some performances you're locking into in the Coachella performances?
I want to see Jack White, man.
Jack White, yeah.
I heard that the first weekend of Coachella was pretty good, and I'm going to watch the second weekend with, I want to see the Strokes.
Yeah.
Heard they were pretty good, too.
You know, sometimes when I do my in front of me, I feel like Justin Bieber at Coachella. Just kind of
Right.
looking up and just
Watching-
seeing what I cook up here.
Watching YouTube.
Yeah, just verifying and checking and making sure that the people are entertained while I just browse and scan.
You hear no ads.
Exactly, right? Premium's
Right.
the only way to go, man. Premium's the only way to do YouTube, man. There's no other way to do it for that. No, yeah. So Coachella, yeah. There's no fights this weekend, isn't there? There's no soccer.
There's UFC. There is UFC, but it's not like
Not the big one.
ones.
Not like last week.
soccer. I mean, it's always soccer weekend. It's another weekend of soccer, local soccer.
Another step for Tottenham to see their relegation. Another step
Right,
to their demise.
they're getting close to that. They're sweating already. They're sweating a
West
lot.
Ham's doing their best to make sure it doesn't happen, right? Is that that's what's happening?
Well, they're both right there. They're one right next to each other, so they're both either one of them's gonna go down. So
Yeah.
we'll see this weekend.
Who do you want
comes
to
up
see
with
go
a
down?
win.
You want to see Tottenham go down because you've never seen it before, right?
No, I kind of don't.
You don't want to see the death of Tottenham?
No, because it's such a historic club that it feels bad. Like
It's
I've
like
seen a lot of.
Are you saying it's like if the Chicago Cubs got relegated to the minor leagues? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe somebody with less,
Or the
titles.
White Sox? Because the White Sox have been around for forever, and then because the White Sox are so bad, they get
Yeah.
relegated. Like it's like
Yeah.
there's history with the White Sox. The White
Yeah,
Sox been around.
they won a title, but quite a few years ago, and they have some history. And
Right.
if they get relegated to
They're in a
AAA,
major
I would
city.
be like, oh man, this is kind of sucks.
They're
you
in a
know?
major city. They have all the world is their oyster. Chicago.
They
right?
have historic players who play there,
Right.
So it would be quite sad.
Yeah. Okay. I think we found.
They're
our
not the
total.
best team in their
in
city.
their city.
So
No, they don't own the city. The Cubs own the city, but the White Sox are the Pope's team. So
right, right.
they have the Pope. There's something there.
At least they have the Pope.
At least they have the Pope, right? Well, I'm going to be playing basketball begrudgingly. I didn't think I had my Warriors ready to go happening tomorrow, but damn it, I have stakes tomorrow. I'm going to have to actually care about Warrior basketball. Last night I felt something, man. I felt something last night. It was the first time I felt something all year. I've been sitting here miserable about the Warriors season, and I know poor Phil has to deal with the Warriors being bad for once, right? Because they've been good since basically 2015. But let me tell you, man, nothing worse than watching your team death march it to a playoff or a playing game where even their own players say this is a mistake, right? So, but hell, Draymond Green, man, he pulled one over on me last night. That guy, he can still play, man. Hall of Famer in my book. I don't care what anybody says. And Steph Curry, nothing to be said about him, man. Gosh, that was awesome. A little vintage 2016 Warriors, man. We were pulling out the bottle, 2016 GS on the bottle, man, last night. We were sipping. We were having a nice time last night, enjoying that one. Oh, will it happen tomorrow? I don't know. We should be good either way, though. Warrior fans, if you're good with it, win tomorrow, that'd be good. Other side, Jalen Green back in the tourney, right?
Yeah.
And in the winner, the champion of tomorrow's game, all you get is a 7-game series with the OKC Thunder. God help you. By the way, shout out to the Duck fans tonight. My buddy's a Ducks fan, and the Ducks need a win tonight in order to avoid – they either will be playing – with a win tonight, they will play the 91-point Oilers, who only have 91 points on the year in the playoffs. But if they lose tonight, Jorge, that means they would have to play the 118-point Avalanche. So the Ducks tonight have to win in order to play the weaker Oilers team, or if they lose, they are playing the best team in hockey, the Avalanche. So shout out to my Duck fans out there. I know what's at stake tonight for the hockey playoffs. So, all right, Jorge. That's all I got. Good show today.
Great show.
Great show. Great show. Thanks to all our guests who showed up today. Thanks to Fashion Furniture for hosting us. I'll be back Monday, 3 o'clock. Have a great weekend, everyone.